Good afternoon, people. We are sitting here with Merrick McKinley, or McKinley, that is, of the Minor Theater. And my name is Joellen Clark-Peterson. I'm the director of the Arcata Chamber, and we're having fun today. Cheers,
Cheers.
Merrick.
Cheers,
Wine and
Facebook
beer.
community.
Yeah, Jody.
Cheers.
And we're getting together because Merrick and the Minor Theater have been nominated by the Arcata Chamber membership for New Chamber Member of the Year.
Woo.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, it's really exciting. We're very comfortable right now in these chairs, by the way. Thank you.
Yes, chairs would be liftable. I want to get a little smoochy. It's quite doable here.
It's very convenient and comfortable, and this is one of my favorite parts, actually. Now we're just diving right in, I guess, but I love these tables.
Yeah, we re-outfitted the entire theater, upgraded. We wanted to upgrade the whole experience. It was a really classic building, but it needed a facelift, so to speak, from the inside. And so we put in all these really comfortable, modern rocking chairs. Ironside did these wonderful tables for us so that we could kind of bring the movie experience up to date with what's going on in the rest of the country. The rest of the kind of the current trends are being able to have enhanced concessions. We're bringing local products to eat, bringing in beer and wine, and we do a table service here, which means the way you can order is all you have to do is mark what you're interested in and put your card here, and somebody comes through the movie right before the movie starts and once during the film for a silent ordering, so you can get a refill without ever leaving your chair. And it's these kinds of little touches that we feel like are necessary to kind of get people excited about seeing the movies again. You kind of want a pampered experience. In traditional theater, you're going to be seeing the back of somebody's head right here, and now you have a nice open space. Even if you don't want to avail yourself of the table service, it kind of gives you more of a exclusive feel as you're enjoying the brand new picture, brand new sound. I hate to say it, but I used to avoid this theater because I'm a real big movie buff, and as much as I love the building and the Arcata feel, the projection and the sound just wasn't up to snuff. And lo and behold, once we got in here to put in the new stuff, we found out they were running mono in here before, so I was a little surprised to see what was going on, but it makes me really proud to bring it back the way it should be, and people are really loving it. And everyone says how great the picture is, how comfortable the seats are, getting lots of good reviews.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been to as many movies in a year as I have been in the last couple months since the Minors opened, because they treat you like king and queen when you come in. I mean, and you feel so at home, and it's great to see your faces behind the counters, and just the people are so serviceable that are helping you. And
yeah, we're back to community run, owned, operated by and for the community. So that's really the way it should have been. I mean, the coming attractions did a fine job doing what they do here, but they didn't want to do any variance when it came to accommodating what our community is about. And rather than seeing this theater as a sore thumb that sticks out out of 113 screens, this is really the crown jewel that deserves that special treatment. Arcata deserves to have a theater that reflects its own interests. And so, we're just living the dream so far. It's really fresh, still getting used to a lot of things. It's a brand new service model. All our staff, we kind of threw them to the wolves, and we're figuring this out as we go. But it's working.
Wow! Would you like to go into the lobby and chat a
Sure.
little bit more then? Let's see. I might have to take my empanada though, because they are good.
Why not? So it's pretty much the same old Minor that you remember. We haven't changed too much, just upgrading the out here in the lobby. We've got some new art up, the kind of 1 foot in the traditional, 1 foot in the modern. That's where we see ourselves here in this theater. Some new carpet that really kind of brought out the wood and the classic features of the building. Put our monitor up there. Gotta leave the opening night. 1914, this is the grand opening. Gotta leave this photo here. We get some regulars, some old timers coming in, and they gasp when they don't see it because it used to be over there, but it's right here now. So
people are paying attention. Oh, tell us about this feature.
And we wanted to make the theater is really artistic heritage. It's like a museum, but it kind of gets the short shrift a lot of times. So you walk into a movie theater, it feels like you're walking into a Chuck E. Cheese or a movie arcade. We wanted to have more of that museum quality. So when you go into a scene exhibit, what you do is you sign in and you leave your thoughts, you register with the artist. And so we thought we'd do that here, get a nice old-timey typewriter from the sanctuary. They helped us out. Again, involving the local community as much as possible. And so people are encouraged to write notes, sign them, and eventually we're going to get a database of these things so that we can show them up on the screen. We really want to encourage that loop between the people who live here and what happens on the screen. So this was an inroad to kind of let people show their personality, and if we get some zingers on there, we can go ahead and display them on the screen. And how neat would that be? Right before you go see the new Star Wars movie, you see something your coworker wrote the other day. That's a really kind of personal experience that we have opportunity to do here because we are just a single screen, locally run. That's the kind of thing you wouldn't really see in a chain.
So far, what has the reception been like ever since you had the 5-star grand opening? That was so much fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. How do you feel like the community knows? Are they coming out?
We, like I said, we kind of hit the ground running, so we haven't done a ton of press as far as telling everybody that we're open. We're getting better at that. We're working towards that. But when we opened those doors that first Saturday, I was really expecting 5 or 6 people to show up, but no, it was quite the opposite. We had a nice, good crowd. The community's invested in this building, rightfully so. So they kind of have been paying attention to what's going on here.
Okay,
So
good.
that really helps when it comes time to promoting these films. All you have to do is throw them up on the window, and people start looking at them right away. It wasn't 5 minutes before I printed out our first brochures that people were picking them up. Honestly, I put them out at 10 o'clock at night, and 10:05, 3 people picked them up. So that's
these are good ways to measure.
Yeah, that's nice. People are interested in what's happening, and we get it's with the whole time throughout the build out. It was a real pleasure. You'd see people walking by, and literally every other person would turn to who they were talking to and say, "That's that place. That da 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 da."
Oh, that must be so satisfying. Does that keep you going? Because this must be a tremendous amount of work to put this together, to keep it together.
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons, of course, we're interviewing Merrick and checking out the minors because we want to educate the membership about voting for the nominees and for the annual dinner where we present the Business Leadership Awards. Well, the membership voted and nominated the people.
Okay.
So after we go through all the nominees, we'll do Facebook Live videos, and then the end of January, the membership will have the opportunity to vote for the winners.
Okay.
And so this is part of our more fun way to educate not just the members, but the whole community of what's going on with, Mia Bella. We just visited Bonnie, and now you here, and then we'll visit Alchemy Distillery this week. So,
cool.
Since you're nominated for the new Chamber Member of the Year award, curious, what inspired you at one point to join the Chamber?
Well, we joined the Chamber because we wanted to be a part of the business community. Honestly, I got my start in business through Arcata when we took over for the oldest video store in town. It was called Video Experience on Samoa and G, and they've been gone for a long time now, but they really, when I moved up here from LA and I was looking for things to get interested in, that video store totally turned me on to film. I got such a great education from film just by the way that thing was laid out. And so we bought that collection, moved it up to La Dolce Video, 1540 G Street, across from Stars in Northtown. And when we did that, we knew that we needed to kind of see who our community was and want to just get involved. And it felt like such a thrill to make that leap and become somebody who just was enjoying a feature of the Arcata Commerce to being participating in it. That it just seemed like a no-brainer to kind of do that networking, show people what we're about, and see what else is going on. And the Arcata business community has been really, really supportive. I never really thought I was going to get into business or anything. It all just kind of fell in my lap as a result of seeing a need and then filming, and then seeing the people respond. You know, so it was that, it took that extra kind of loop from the community to really, like you said, that's what kind of keeps you going. That kind of makes me, oh wow, you know, people are into this. What else can we do? How can we tailor this to make it more of an arcade kind of feel? And so we did that with you know, we opened a video store in the height of, you know, right as the internet was taking off. So we always were kind of looking at what next to do, and we saw people just really attracted to the cultural environment of film, and so we thought, well, why not have a place that fosters that? And so we opened up Richard's Goat Tavern and Tea Room on Samoa and I, to have a place that, well, we felt like the bar scene could use a little refreshing too. So this is a common theme, kind of like great community, great resources, great people. What kind of refreshing can we do? What can we do to serve these people better, make people excited about going out? And you know, it was at the video store when we'd see people from Neyland, and then there would be the other guy from Eureka, and they said, oh, I haven't seen you in, how long has it been, 2 years? And you know, seeing that common interest bring people together kind of put a big spark in my eye, and that was a real big leap into like putting faith in doing business in Arcata. So I don't know, it's kind of a long story, but
yeah, no, there's so many aspects that come to like manifesting something.
Right, yeah, and then so Josh Neff is the new owner of the Minor Theater. He bought it off of David Phillips, who was the man who got the thing started in the 70s. He revitalized the theater, he saw the potential, and they made it that famous cultural landmark that it was known, that it is known for amongst community members. But he had been running the thing for so long, he had to lease it to the coming attractions, which was great. Kept the movies coming through, but the new owner is Josh Neff, and he is Fortuna born and raised, so he's really community-minded. And when he saw the opportunity to make this more of a community theater, he reached out because I had a reputation for doing film, and that's the whole story.
Now you become friends and partners.
Great business partner, great guy. And, couldn't ask for a better steward of this building. If it had fallen into somebody else's hands, who knows what they would have done with it. So a unique combination of passion, hardworking guy, and that community spirit that just, I think the whole town's lucky that it ended up in his lap.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what a fabulous block this is now. We just had to walk, what, 20 feet?
Oh, less than that.
To come down to the second nominee, and it's just all about teamwork again, and present like what beautiful facades, but not just a facade, but a substance.
Mia Bellows is great. I love that place. I love the energy they bring to the block, you know, and that whole specializing in one thing. I think that's really brave, and they do it so well. When you walk in there, there's nothing out of place. I think that's just great. I would love to see 5 more shops like that.
Yeah, that'd be fun to have cupcakes in here, maybe.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, okay. Let's see, what else could we, I mean, I know we can't go down. He had some neat stuff to show us, but it's really dark underneath the stage, believe it or not. Or actually more than that, it's all in cement, so there's no Wi-Fi, so we can't take people down there right now. But there is some cool graffiti if you ever do get lucky enough to go on a tour here.
So yeah, we don't formally offer tours, but
Okay.
I have become quite the tour guide, I guess. So one of the neat features, when you get a building this old, it was opened in 1914, which makes it the oldest building designed specifically to be a movie theater. So where the building was made in 1914, it's going to come with some quirky aspects, let's say. In the 80s, they expanded it to include the other 2 theaters, but this main room has gone untouched, the balcony and the main floor, pretty much that whole time it's gone. Like I said, we got rid of the seats and upgraded the sound and stuff, but the shell still remains. And so what you see when you go over there are things like we have a crime room that was a traditional movie theater that a lot of people are excited about. It's a traditional feature in movie theaters where if you have a baby that's acting up or making too much noise, you can take him in this little booth and you close the door and you can still see and hear the movie, but nobody can hear you. We're working on renovating that. You'd be surprised how many people are just hounded me about that cry. I don't mean to put it that way.
Yeah.
They're excited about it.
They remember it?
They have memories.
In the first place?
Yes,
Wow.
they have memories of being taken in there, going in there themselves, and so that's a cool feature that I had no idea existed, and of course it makes sense. So we have one of those. The projection booth is steel lined, which is a little bit a relic of the past because film used to be really explosive back in the day, so made out of nitrate. So it was actually quite flammable, quite dangerous to work with. So that's a cool feature. Also, below the stage there are dressing rooms, and that's a fun thing to show people when they come in because there's all these little cubbies, and there's even some old graffiti from 1929 in there, somebody just getting ready for the show and had to commemorate the moment, and that's really cool when you're standing in there and you get a sense for just how long this place has been really the cornerstone of entertainment for this community. I mean, look at these people dressed up this way. I mean, this was a big deal for the people around here, and so just to kind of get it back in that territory of that Black Tie Affair was so great because it's like let's get it back to where it should be, right in the center, the crown jewel of Arcata's cultural entertainment destination spots. Just right in there. So.
Wow, you must feel like a steward of a historic building and of a community. Yeah.
Really, that's the best word for it because I mean, it's
care, a lot of care. Yeah. What else do you think, or is there anything else that maybe you think that people you wish they would know, or that you would love to invite them to, or things to be keeping an eye on in the future?
Well, we so some misconceptions we have is like they see an old theater and they think we only show old movies, and we're showing the biggest movies the week they come out, but we don't have to show every single big movie. With only 3 screens, we can't show every single thing, but we're trying to pick the best. So we're opening Rogue One. A day before we're doing sneak previews of the new Star Wars movie. You're going to see that here as soon as anywhere else, LA, New York. We're doing the premiere here. And but along with that, we're also doing really cool things like we're working with Breakfast All Day, who are opening an all-ages venue. They've got this guy in here. His name is Clyde Peterson, and he has this film called Torrey Pines. It's getting all kinds of accolades as this transgender, stop motion, totally DIY, no computers used. So this is a really vibrant film using cutout construction paper, claymation, and they actually supplied the soundtrack to the film live. So that's also happening on Friday.
Okay.
And
it will run for a bit?
Just one day only.
Okay.
So, because they're traveling on
right.
tour and taking this thing across the country. So that's an example of, right along with it, you're going to have something that unique and that special. We hosted the Druid Underground Film Festival here, which is all about no-budget filmmaking, and we're bringing in the Sharon Jones documentary to commemorate her passing. She was a hugely loved soul singer who's come to this town many times, and so we're going to be showing those kind of oddball titles too. That
So there's something for all tastes and all lifestyles.
Yeah, really, yeah. So I mean, I'm proud of the diversity that we're bringing in here and doing things like we ran a Pulp Fiction for a night, or we're doing this monthly Miyazaki series, which has been wildly popular. So Hayao Miyazaki did Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away. He started this company called Studio Ghibli, which has really kind of solved a lot of issues for parents because they're looking for quality entertainment for their kids that isn't completely Disneyfied, and that's this guy. So we're doing we're showing some retro films from him from some of his classics from the 90s. Porco Rosso starts this Friday too. So it's again, that's kind of like seeing what the community's interests are and really focusing on that. So along with the Hollywood content, we have some nice indies, and then we have some even more specialized things like that. Like Moonlight, You Gotta Catch. That is the film that people are going to be talking about from now through Oscar season. It's it's like the best reviewed film in so long. And it's a sensitive subject. It's about a black guy struggling with his own identity as I think a homosexual, and it focuses on 4 different parts of his life. And it's got great music, and it's just the kind of rewarding story that we're really proud to be showing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so great to have you in the town and in the chamber. And
Yay.
yeah, thank you so much for making time for us today. Yeah.
My pleasure. And good job, Joanne, right back at you with getting things going. It's a great community to be a part of, and so it's all fun.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye, guys.
you.
Cheers.
Congratulations.